The newly appointed Minister of Financial Services, Trade, Industry, and Immigration making his first official visit to Grand Bahama. The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources stepping up patrol efforts near Howe. And the Bishop Michael Eldon School beginning the new school year with a special mass this morning. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Wolf-Farquharson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the newly appointed Minister of Financial Services, Trade, Industry, and Immigration, the Honorable Ellsworth Johnson, making a special trip to Grand Bahama this week. The purpose of the visit was for him to officially introduce himself to the employees of the Immigration Department and to discuss some of the challenges within the industry. Italia Hall spoke with the minister following that meeting at the C.A. Smith Complex.
Minister of Financial Services, Trade, Industry, and Immigration, the Honorable Ellsworth Johnson says he will visit all of the immigration departments across the country, and for islands that do not have offices will be established. He says that the purpose of the visit is to raise the morale of the employees, adding that he spoke to the group about a number of topics, including the importance of the department and future plans for the organization.
The Prime Minister just made an announcement about the Carnival Cruise Port. Grand Bahama will set the temperature for the success of the Bahamas. It is 3 times as larger than Singapore, twice the size of Hong Kong, and there's no reason, being 80 miles off the coast of Florida, that we can't run at least 7 million persons through Grand Bahama. And so with what is coming to Grand Bahama, there's the intention that it would absorb all of the skilled labor force, but the Immigration Department will be on the front lines of ensuring that projects that we want to bring to Grand Bahama, that they're successful.
The minister says he wants all employees within his ministry to be respectful to others. And while he is pleased with the department, he says there is always room for improvement, adding that there are several challenges.
There's been some interception of persons who came through on this weekend, but there's still a lot more to be done to work with our counterparts, the police, the Customs Department, and our international partners to prevent certain things that are happening. We know that trafficking in persons is now a worldwide phenomenon.
And as it relates to the Northern Bahamas, the minister says there are some concerns as well.
Our intelligence revealed that there's still some activities that go against the spirit and intent of the Immigration Act, and we're about to deal with that. I gave them an illustration of a man who was deported from the Bahamas for harboring. And I was going through some records and find that man is back in the Bahamas, and he's applying for permanent residence. I gave instructions to the Director of Immigration in accordance with the law to have that man detained, and if anybody was found with that man who do not have status in the Bahamas, they should be removed.
Minister Johnson says going forward, the department will be focusing on becoming fully digital. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In other news, the crawfish season opened almost 3 weeks ago and was eagerly anticipated by local fishermen, restaurant operators, and suppliers. Well, tonight, the minister responsible for the multi-million-dollar industry says there will be a few changes this year to ensure that persons are obeying the laws safeguarding the country's marine resources. Here again is Italia Hall.
The Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources, Honorable Michael Pintard, says, so far, the crawfish season is going well, but the ministry is stepping up patrol efforts to ensure that persons are complying with the laws.
Increase patrols to make sure that persons from the north, that is, persons who are here on a cruise permit, sports fishermen from the north, as well as poachers from the south know that we are being vigilant in terms of protecting our waters for Bahamians to benefit. And so I'm pleased with the cooperation between the different law enforcement agencies as well as fishers who keep us abreast in terms of them seeing anything.
However, Pintard says he is concerned that there are persons attempting to earn a living by any means necessary.
Unfortunately, had to arrest persons for having undersized products in their possession. Conch being one of the lobster, and again, we respect the fact that persons have an interest in supporting their family, which we encourage. However, they cannot do it at all costs. They cannot compromise their future by taking undersized products.
The minister adds that the ministry will also be introducing several measures that will focus on protecting the country's marine resources for future generations.
One is, as it relates to conch, we are denying all requests for additional quotas to export conch. So there are persons who have utilized their conch quota already, and they wish to get an increase to export the excess that they have. We are urging them to sell the excess in the local market. We are not approving an expansion in the quota. And as we have signaled to them 1 year out, we are, in fact, dramatically reducing their quotas for next year, moving towards zero export in conch from the Bahamas.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In news from the Crime Beat, Drug Enforcement Unit officers in Grand Bahama discovering a large quantity of illegal marijuana plants. Reports say around 11 a.m. on Tuesday, DEU officers acting on intelligence went into bushes off the Grand Bahama Highway in East Grand Bahama, where they discovered 4 separate plots of marijuana plants ranging from 6 inches to 2 feet in height. A total of 806 plants were discovered at an estimated street value of $80,000. No one was arrested, and investigations continue. Switching gears now, the Bishop Michael Eldon School beginning the new school year with a special mass and a series of seminars this morning as they prepare for the official start. As Megan Shepard tells us, the institution plans to focus on a number of key areas this coming academic year.
Anglican schools across the Bahamas preparing to begin the new school year a little earlier than most institutions. Here on Grand Bahama, the Bishop Michael Eldon School will be leading the charge. Director of Anglican Education, Italia Davies, says that this year, all schools in the dioceses will operate under the theme Celebrate You. As teachers took part in their orientation, she says they wanted to focus on celebrating staff and students.
We will basically look back at what we've done over the past school year, make plans for what's going to be happening for the new school year, and basically cement ourselves into what it is we want to do. But celebrating is the theme. We want our teachers to feel good about themselves, to know that we do value them, and we do appreciate all that they have been doing.
Principal Pro Tem Cheryl Wood says that the all-age school plans to continue to be a leader in quality education. This year, she notes that they also plan to work more closely with the government when it comes to preschool education.
The government has an initiative where they want to provide universal preschool education for every child in the Bahamas age 3 or 4. But of course, the government has to do this in some very unique ways. And in using these creative strategies, all of us will benefit. So Bishop Michael Eldon has agreed to assist the government in educating 3- and 4-year-olds this year. So we're excited about that, and we're looking forward to see what the outcomes of that will be, because this may be the start of something wonderful. But we will continue to work with the Ministry of Education, also with the national exams that we have been compliant with for many, many years.
Now, the reopening date is less than 1 week away, and thankfully, Wood says that they are not facing any major challenges.
No particular challenge, but you always have some anxieties to make sure that everything will be in place. But we have a great crew of groundsmen, the maintenance workers, and they are doing their utmost to ensure that school opens on time, that all of the classrooms will be ready, that the grounds, whatever maintenance needs to be done in terms of lawn care, that will be done.
And as students prepare to re-enter the classrooms, Vice Principal of the primary school, Miriam Carroll, has this advice.
Not to get too overly excited, because, when parents get overly excited, then the children do. And so what you do is you gradually kind of wean them away from that long summer and just prepare them to meet new friends, new teachers, and to stay focused.
So far, some 736 students have registered for the 2019-2020 school year at the Bishop Michael Eldon School. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Well, several young people on Grand Bahama getting an opportunity of a lifetime. 10 students of the Information, Communication, and Technology program at BTVI will travel to New Providence on Friday for a 3-day youth blockchain hackathon conference, thanks to the Grand Bahama Port Authority. Head of the Construction Trade Department at BTVI, Kenton Roker, and Associate Vice President Veronica Colley say this is a great opportunity.
We've chosen those who we know, for a matter of fact, will do very well. Not all of our students are what we might call lost. These students are bright. They've already passed certifications in areas where students in universities are struggling to pass. And for this, we can boast of the accomplishment. Presently, we have a passing rate of 84%, which is extremely high.
We see the purpose of technology, we see where technology is going, and it is our intention to make sure it takes us to wherever we need to go in Grand Bahama Island.
Now, the GBPA will also be hosting an event at the Pelican Bay Resort on Friday. For those students who will not be traveling to New Providence, they will be able to watch the conference live. Senior Manager of Group Corporate Affairs, Kimberly Miller, says the GBPA is committed to the development of Freeport as a technology-led economy.
And it's great to see the local tech community come together and build on ideas. We are excited to see the high caliber of all participants, and we are committed to bring more events to the city of Freeport to foster innovation, collaboration, technology, and commercialization. I would like to congratulate BTVI's community, where you guys were the advocates to ensure that our Grand Bahama Island BTVI students continued in this school's motto, which is to learn, grow, and achieve.
And coming up, students in the East Grand Bahama constituency receiving assistance with back-to-school supplies.